Alex, the hero of this story, was an ordinary employee who made his living as a cashier at the same supermarket every day. He greeted hundreds of customers daily, working long hours on his feet, yet his monthly salary was only $2,500. With each purchase, Alex felt like he deserved more, because he knew he could one day start his own business. Even in the busy market, he observed his surroundings, noticing what people were selling, what they were interested in, and which products were consistently consumed. A growing thought grew within him. There must be another way. Alex's entrepreneurial story began on just such an ordinary day. When the end of the month arrived, Alex collected his paycheck and went straight to the bank. While $2,500 wasn't a small fortune for him, it was seed capital that could transform his future if used correctly. As he deposited the money, he had only one plan in mind: to grow this money, not consume it. When he looked at his ATM account statement, he realized that every dollar in his pocket was a potential seed. "Every cent of this money, if used correctly, will come back to me," he said. That day, Alex made a crucial decision. He would no longer wait for the end of the month, but would become an investor. Alex began his research, searching for a low-cost, high-profit opportunity. While browsing the internet, he discovered a rapidly growing market for 3D printers. The production of small items, especially customizable accessories, was in high demand. He quickly calculated, if he bought 7 of these $250 3D printers, he would have spent his entire salary, but the risk could be life-changing, and so he made a bold decision. By the time he ordered 7 3D printers, his bank balance had plummeted to zero, but Alex's hopes were skyrocketing. This was his first major investment. The 3D printers arrived within a few days. Alex transformed one room of his small house into an entire workshop. He turned them on one by one, connected the cables and adjusted the settings. The sound of the machines and a faint smell of burning plastic filled the room. But for Alex, this smell meant something entirely different. It was the first breath of his own work. Now his home was a production center, unsupervised by anyone. Alex even named each printer because they would build his future. In that moment, he realized that for the first time in his life, he was his own boss. Alex's product was crucial. He analyzed online trends and saw that people were interested in custom-designed cases for small electronic devices. USB memory stick cases were both small and inexpensive to produce. He spent hours playing with designs on the computer, sketching different models, and finally created a modern, simple, and stylish USB case. The product needed to be both lightweight and durable. Alex told himself, "My product may be small, but my business will be big." This design laid the foundation for his new business. Once the design was ready, production began. 7 printers were working simultaneously, a rhythmic machine sound echoing throughout the room. Alex stood excitedly at the printers, monitoring the process to ensure the first prints were perfect. When he received the first sleeve, he smiled. A small piece of plastic held the key to his future. He individually packaged the products and prepared his inventory. Now they were ready for sale. At that moment, he said to himself, "I'm really going to make this happen." Production would continue unabated. After stocking up, Alex logged into his Amazon seller account. He uploaded photos of the product, wrote descriptions, and set the price. He also analyzed his competitors and acted strategically. The $25 price was both competitive and profitable. "Now the world can see my product," he said. His heart trembled as he clicked the list button. That click was the beginning of a life-changing event. The product was now available, but to sell he needed more: advertising. Alex sat down at his computer and opened the Google Ads panel. He identified his target audience: tech-savvy people, USB flash drive users, students, and office workers. He optimized his sales page, added keywords, and set his daily ad budget to maximize returns with minimal cost. His heart was racing as he activated the ad campaign because it meant his product would reach thousands of people. "The ball is in the internet now," he said. Now all he had to do was wait. But the wait was only a few hours. About 2 hours after the campaign went live, Alex's computer began to emit a series of sounds. Ping, ping, ping. The barrage of notifications had begun. His Amazon dashboard had practically turned red, and new order alerts had overflowed the screen. Alex was initially surprised, then burst out laughing. Hundreds of orders had arrived in just a few hours. His product had attracted the attention of hundreds of people. In the background, 3D printers were struggling to keep up, while Alex was filled with excitement. For the first time in his life, he felt like he'd made the right decision. Orders were coming in so quickly that Alex began working day and night to keep up with production. He meticulously packaged, labeled, and shipped the products. His house had become a mini warehouse. Boxes, labels, packing foam, everywhere was full of orders. Alex was tired but happy, because every package was a new success story for him. "This is my company," he told himself. Within a month, his earnings had already multiplied several times his grocery salary. By the end of a month, Alex's sales profits had far surpassed his grocery salary. He no longer needed his cashiering job. He bought a new car, planned a larger workshop, and began exploring ways to expand his business. His actions were simple, yet had a huge impact. A small idea, with the right steps, had become a massive success. Alex was no longer just a moneymaker, he was an entrepreneur. His story didn't end there, it was just the beginning. Alex's journey teaches us a simple but powerful truth. Big successes often start in the most ordinary places. He was just a regular grocery store cashier, scanning products, greeting customers, working long hours, and earning a modest $2,500 a month. Nothing extraordinary. Except for one thing, Alex believed he could build something bigger. One small thought changed everything. I can start my own business. That idea wasn't just a dream, it became the doorway to a completely different life. When payday arrived, he didn't spend his salary like most people would. Instead, he saw it as capital, as fuel for a future he wanted to build. So he made a bold move. He spent his entire monthly paycheck on 7 3D printers. This was the first major turning point in his life. He transformed a tiny room in his home into a workshop. Nights turned into early mornings as he designed his first product. A simple, lightweight, modern USB flash drive case. A small piece of plastic with a big potential. Once his first test prints came out perfectly, he packaged the items and uploaded them to Amazon. But that wasn't enough. To reach customers, he launched a Google Ads campaign targeting people who actually needed his product. Students, office workers, tech users. And then, everything changed. Within hours, his computer exploded with notifications. Ping, ping, ping. Hundreds of orders poured in his Amazon dashboard, filled with new order alerts faster than he could count. His 3D printers ran non-stop, and Alex worked tirelessly to package each order with care. In just 1 month, he earned far more than his grocery store salary. That's when he made the decision. He wouldn't go back to being a cashier. He was now an entrepreneur. With his profits, he bought a car, started planning a larger workshop, and began thinking about new products to expand his business. Because now he understood something life-changing. Success isn't luck, it's the result of brave decisions made at the right moment. Alex's story shows us that you don't need a perfect plan to begin. You don't need huge savings. You don't need permission. You just need the courage to take the first step. A small idea, a small room, a small budget. But when combined with action, they can transform your entire life and Alex's journey. It doesn't end here. This is just the beginning. The rest is up to his imagination and his courage.